And we are live.
Hello, good
Hey.
afternoon. Wow, look at this.
We are here.
This is quite the set. I didn't actually notice what was behind me until it popped up on the screen. This looks great.
For those who haven't seen what's been put up behind you, Matt, could you give us a little explanation as to what they are?
Well, these are the fantastic submissions for our last stream's competition, on which I believe everyone was a winner.
Yes.
That was very generous of you, Michael.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah, put you on the spot.
Friday
buckle
afternoon.
straight away.
feeling a bit hungover and all that sort of stuff.
All the excitement of the week.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so that was
Speaking
the
of-
Shrek-related drawing competition.
Speaking of which, it is a Friday spectacular here at Bullion Now. Thanks for coming along to watching our live stream Friday 2:30. We have a bunch of stuff that we're going to go through today. It's very exciting. But first of all, we'd like to ask everybody in the chat, did you add anything to your stack today? Boys, did you guys add anything to your stack today? The spot price is a bit low. Probably a
It
good
is
time.
very low.
I didn't.
You're joking.
No, I've been so busy running
Yeah,
around in
that's actually
circles.
fair. Yeah,
Getting
trying
nothing
to
done.
keep up with the general demand.
Hey, Natalie's in from Omaha.
Oh yeah, we've got people in from all over the place.
I keep meaning to get back to Omaha. I really want to go for the what's it called? You know, Warren Buffett's thing. I've never actually been there for the Berkshire Hathaway annual general meeting, and I'd love to do it once. So,
Is this for high
g'day,
flyers?
Natalie. Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Very good.
G'day, Natalie from Omaha. We've also got Urban Aerials adding 1 ounce gold dragon to his stack.
Oh, nice.
A 20-ounce Scottsdale Kit Kat bar. Again, that's from Natalie again.
Ooh.
I love the Scottsdale Kit Kats. They look fantastic.
You got to acknowledge anyone else in the chat,
Yeah.
mate.
It just caught my eye.
There's a
I
couple
apologise.
Couple of people in here.
Mark Fleming bought some AG open pit coins.
Hey.
Very good.
Mark Baird's got the kilo koala happening. Dr. Bullion, a 5-ounce Lunar Tiger, under $200. They are such a bargain at under $200.
McThrash says dirt cheap dingoes. Apparently they're good. Good to pick up
Yeah,
right now.
they're
Yeah,
really
that'd be
cheap.
another one. The problem is with spot dropping off, there's so many things that are now effectively on special.
End up with
And you
I
just-
get option paralysis. I just sort of stand there in the shop and say, I don't know, it all seems too good to be true.
That's right.
Because there are so many things, like some of those 2-ounce coins, where I look at them and I always thought, if it dips under 80, that's going to be a real buy. And now it's just screamed. It's, getting closer to 70 now. And I think, it's those times where, Con and I had this conversation when Spot first started to dip. We get all your capital tied up in things that you get excited about. And then, you look around the shop and it just keeps going. But
Yeah.
hey, it's good times.
So realistically, working for a bullion company, if you have an interest in bullion, is not necessarily
Yeah,
a
it
good
sucks,
thing.
actually.
Double-edged sword. I received that question from a guy that I just served earlier, and I said, I think the bank would raise their eyebrows if they saw my pay go in and then straight back to the employer.
Looks like a bit of money laundering, you reckon? Sorry, we're just getting organised with drinks.
Yeah.
We've all seen how Matt drinks like a fish when he's on these things.
So-
There's a
so
second
it's
one
good.
for you, mate.
Oh, thank
We
you very much.
probably need a water cooler, don't we? Like a refillable one of those water coolers. Then
You
you've
could do
always got
live
it.
streams around it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're talking about brother-in-law's an architect.
Yeah.
And apparently in their new kitchen, he's had fitted a water tap and it's got plain water in it. It's got chilled water, plain water, chilled water, hot water, and mineral water.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't know why you'd want the mineral water, but
Yeah, well, you
nice.
don't like TV static in your
disgusting.
water, do you?
Yeah.
Well,
It
well, that
ruins
leads
it.
us to the question: why don't we have that here at work, Michael? What's going
Yeah,
on?
it sounds
don't
like you've
I
got a
have
hookup for it, yeah.
Why don't I have it at home?
You know, guy.
Anyway, we are way off topic now.
Well, let's talk about the week. How's the week in bullion been for us all?
Chaos.
Yeah, really good in that sense. It's been
Been
I find
busy.
the time goes faster when we're as busy as we have been lately. So
Yeah.
when you don't have a chance to scratch yourself, like I couldn't pinpoint any one day of this week because it's all blurred into one long doorbell buzzing to say
Phone ringing.
we need
Email.
yeah, so it's good. And I think I keep going on about it, but like I said last week, having Con on board,
Yeah,
it's a
he's-
game changer.
he's
Having
good.
having a little more support up my end of the business is a welcome change.
Yeah, look, Cons, if you haven't talked to Con yet, get on the phone, 1300 84 84 10. Have a yarn to Con.
Yeah.
Even just phone up and say, hey, Con, heard you started.
Yeah, he loves it. He's always
Yeah.
up for a chat.
He's doing he really is doing a great job.
Yeah, he's fitting
Can't-
nicely with the team as well. So,
Yeah, can't pump up his tyres enough.
yep. I hope he's not watching.
Yeah,
Go
that's
straight
right.
to his
Well, he
head.
should be working.
If you're
no, it's
watching,
good.
Con, get back to work.
It's all right. I got to say, as I hate using the word the boss because I don't really feel like the boss. I'm just the guy who pays bills. But one of the most important things to me is the camaraderie of the team.
Yeah.
And it always makes me incredibly nervous when we employ a new person and bring them in that, you know, they're going to break the dynamic in some form. But
Yeah.
Con's just slotted straight in. You know, he's done well.
I remember you told me Brett was quite apprehensive when I was coming on board that I'd disrupt the dynamic.
For
Look at us
those-
now, thick as thieves.
That's right. For those that haven't met Brett before, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that I call him Eeyore online.
Oh, well, you've done it now.
It's too late. You've
Brett
done it.
hates change, any change at all. Even if I offer to change his lunch, like he goes into a meltdown. So when he found out Matt was joining, it was like,
Yeah, something different.
So yeah, no, it's all good fun though.
I've been meaning, this one has come up so many times. I'm finally doing it for you, Peter. Have you seen this, Michael? And I tried to call the Perth Mint to ask about it, but
That's their special one they do for the Chinese market.
so it is legit.
Yeah.
There you have it, Peter. So I should send this through to you,
Yeah, please do.
Connor. I will
Send it.
actually.
Yeah, do
so
it
you
now.
can. All right, mate.
Come
Just
on,
relax.
Come
It'll
on,
come through.
Get your skates on.
Yeah,
I
they're
can't-
on. They're well and truly on.
I can't tell you who requests it from Perth Mint, but it's a Perth Mint product that is commissioned by one of the Asian
Okay.
big boys. So,
I've emailed it to you, Connor. Or would you like it?
Could you send it to me through our
Yeah. I know what you're
system?
saying. No
Thank you.
worries.
He's never happy, is he?
He's a very tough guy to work with, particularly on live television when you're trying to, make it all seamless.
I want to hit one of the questions because I don't want to look like I'm dodging it. So Scott Fraser, Michael, you talk about being bullish on platinum but stock very little. So this would be Matt saying you talk a good game. Supply issue or a lack of consumer demand? There is no lack of consumer demand, and it's not even really a supply issue. I can get platinum. The problem is getting the right platinum. I can order a bucket load of kangaroos out of Perth Mint, and while I love the platinum kangaroo, it's a good cheap 1 ounce platinum source. There's only so many that you want in stock. Before you start, you right there. Before you, if all I had was 1 ounce platinum kangaroos, the market would. I'd get pushback from customers who want some variety in their stack. So it's a case of being able to source the variety that we need rather than just getting any old platinum. And not a lot of wholesalers or refiners deal in platinum. There's only a few around the world, so it's difficult to get that variety that you need, that selection you need. So that's why you see sometimes there's not a heck of a lot on the website. These two are playing silly buggers between themselves.
Excuse me, Michael, you might not know anything about this, but we're doing something called work.
Yeah, that's not the look on Matt's face. I'm really sorry.
It's good fun. It's I'm sending it now, Connor. You will
Yeah.
have it momentarily.
Still sending it now. The
It's-
same photo.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting.
Problem is, it's the system struggling to send an email and another message at the same time.
Yeah,
You
okay.
get Starlink, mate. All right.
All right, so we need to have some more questions.
Absolutely. Have you referred to the emails, the live emails? I feel like they've been neglected for quite some time.
They have, and believe it or not, I actually opened them up before we came online, so we can
Yeah?
actually go through a few. So,
So do 100 questions in 100 minutes?
I've got that photo from Matt. Do you want to run through this first and then move on to questions?
I'm not sure what we're running through. This is
Oh, it's just the image of the tiger coin that Peter had been asking about. He's tried a good 2 or 3 weeks now to get this through on the live stream, and I've forgotten. You've forgotten. Here we
I
are.
didn't know about it. That's okay.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so look, it's a Perth Mint kilo coin. It's a design commissioned. For the life of me, I can't remember who commissioned it, but it's been commissioned by one of the majors in the Asian market, and Perth Mint's produced them for them. So
there you go. Thanks for being patient with that one. We finally got there in the end.
I like that more than the standard kilo. Or
Ooh.
I'm not big on the butt shot.
yeah, that's what I was just realizing. It's not the most flattering angle.
Yeah.
I like it when it's a bit more lifelike. There's a little bit of movement in there as opposed
Yeah.
to just standing still like a Those ones look like they've been taxidermized in the main one.
You
Just
know all
sort
the
of
good words, don't you, mate? Yeah, I like it. It's like the difference between the Perth Mint silver bullion standard image and the gold one. Where I
Yeah.
find that the gold one has that movement and presence and
Bit
intimidation
more
about
majestic looking,
it. Yeah, whereas the silver one I kind of find a bit ho-hum.
Yep. Posing for a family photo.
Yeah, that sort of thing. And I can see what you're saying with that one. Other than it's a butt shot, the face of it actually carries it
They
quite
turn
well.
the angle a little more on that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think so. It's a little bit like, and it's nothing like, but it reminds me of the Pamp tiger, where on one side you've got this really imposing view of this tiger, and on the flip side of it, all you've got is a butt shot of the tiger, and it's like, you kind of lose it on the back end. Why should I consider 1 ounce Perth Mint Roo coins, silver, over a 1 kilo Perth Mint bar? Currently, and spot will have moved since this came through. Currently, a 1 ounce Roos of 34-ish each, and a 1 kilo Perth Mint bar, $9.72, or about $30 and $30.23 per ounce. I'll be interested in hearing your viewpoint.
I just had this conversation earlier today. I think, and we always say this, with the kangaroo being so competitively priced by comparison, I find it's such a subjective thing. It becomes a matter of personal preference at that
absolutely.
stage. I like having bars I always describe it as a foundation for my stack. It feels like, I guess, I love a good metaphor. Like if you're building a house, you want a strong base, solid foundation. For me, that's my bars. That's my kilo bars, generally speaking. And then I have all my pretty coins on top as my extras and bits and pieces. So that's how I like to do things. But it is, I think the lady that I was having this conversation with today, I think she was a little underwhelmed that I didn't give her a direct advice. And I said I can present the options. My job is to give you the information. You need to make your own decisions based upon that. I can't tell you buy this or buy that, because everyone has their own approach to it and their own objectives. So I think she was a little let down. I was apologetic, but I said I cannot make this decision for you.
No, and you can't.
Because if for whatever reason it doesn't work out or it doesn't suit your needs down the line, you're going to say, oh, well, Matt made that decision. I can call him up and let him know what I think of him.
This is not financial advice.
Exactly.
Look, I agree with exactly what you're saying. The problem is you're not comparing apples with apples. You're comparing, and I've said many times, I think the Perth Mint kangaroo is too cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're comparing it to a kilo bar, it's obviously going to be dearer because it's fractional.
Yep.
Anything... When you cast something, look, actually, let me break it right down. You're going to the supermarket, you're trying to buy a bottle of Coke. If you buy a 600ml bottle of Coke, you expect it to be dearer than a 2-litre bottle of Coke because you're buying in quote-unquote bulk. It's exactly the same in precious metals. If you do expect a 1 ounce anything to be dearer than a 1 kilo anything, in comparison, and you'd expect a kilo to be cheaper than a 100-ounce bar or a 1,000-ounce bar because it's more bulk. The casting process is the same when you're casting one, whether it be a small one or a massive one. It's the same man hours, it's the same charge for that. Your argument there why would I buy a 1 ounce Perth Mint Roo over a 1 ounce Perth Mint kilo? You could easily carry that further as to say, why would I bother buying a 1 kilo Perth Mint bar when I can buy a 1 kilo locally produced bar? That's cheaper again. Why would I bother buying that when I could buy a 100-ounce bar? Why would I bother buying that when I can buy a 1,000-ounce bar? Why would I buy a new one when I can buy a Buyback one? There's always something cheaper. on a per gram or per kilo basis, however you're looking at it. But you've got to come back to what Matt said, which is horses for courses. So if you want fractional silver because you've got $1,000 to spend, but when you want to sell it back, you don't want to sell it back in one lump, you want to break it up into smaller chunks, well, then you're looking for a 1 ounce coin or a 10 ounce bar, something along those sort of lines. So it comes back to what suits your stack at that moment. There are times when we are both going for just as much metal as we can possibly pack away.
Yeah.
So I will buy the biggest, nastiest bar I can find on earth. There's other times where I'm going for collector investment quality or, for another reason or a fractional quality. And then I'll start looking at coins or I'll start looking at smaller bars.
It's good fun. I love it.
Make sense?
Hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah.
The problem is with a question like that, and I did take this customer's point, is that they end up with more questions. It really is. You do need to ask yourself those questions rather than rely on someone to answer them for you, because it is a subjective
Absolutely. Thing. And we can give you guidance, but we can't make the decision for you in this case.
Yep.
And even you can't. It's difficult for you to make the decision as well, even with the information, because we're asking you to project into the future.
Absolutely.
What are my requirements in 12 months' time, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time?
Yeah.
What's the economy going to look like?
Yeah.
3 years ago, if I'd said, and I've used this example before, we're all going to be locked up in our homes for an extended period of time and not able to go to the shops, you would have laughed at me and called me a major conspiracy theorist. Whereas, we've all just come through the last 2 years and
here we are.
Who would have called that? All right. Somebody corrected me on the Super Pit where I was asked if they advertise with the Gold Super Pit. Every other year they've said that it's come straight from the Kalgoorlie Super Pit, the gold that has been sourced from there.
I remember that, yeah.
In their advertising to us as dealers, they took it out of all our advertising, but they have put it in the retail advertising that it has come from there.
Oh, okay.
So, in fact, it is gold from the Super Pit.
Well, in fact,
correct?
they are telling everyone at a retail level that it is. They're just not telling us at a wholesale level.
Okay.
So, I don't know. But I would suggest yes. Yeah.
How it's such a silly question. I would like to see a video or something. I want to show me
Follow
that
the
process.
process.
Yeah, show me the truck with all the raw material
oil.
and that.
See, that's where I'd like for potentially someone like, us to be able to...
do a flyover.
Yeah. Well, just if we could capture that process and that would be an ideal situation.
Yeah.
So next year, remind me, I'll contact Perth Mint and we'll ask them if we can come and watch them refine and cast the Super Pit coins.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll let us.
I want to go to the Super Pit and watch them blowing up the walls and...
Oh, you want to stay there for a week and go through the whole process?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, it could be very interesting. And I
can tell you a few reasons. One of them's the cost of it.
If we get enough thumbs up on this live stream, we're at 23 now. If we get to 30 thumbs up, we're going for it.
Yeah, there was no argument there, so that is confirmed. That's locked
Sounds
in.
like a self-funded work trip.
I'm going to keep an eye on those. We're 24, here we go. It's on. Hit 30. 28. Wow, that was quick.
Oh,
Just got 4 more.
No more likes. No more likes.
43. That was so quick. I think we just got 20 likes in 1 second.
That was very impressive. I think we might have to start setting more challenges.
I just got conned.
Yes, 60.
Yeah, we'll take business class flights there, Michael. Thank you.
Well,
I just got done over big time.
yeah, good stuff.
Well, look, as a bit of a segue, we've got some loot. We got some gear on the table. Do we want to show some of that off?
Some loot, some
I
gear.
thought
Yeah,
we'd
what is it?
I was going to flick us over to the questions on live stream.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, what do we got? Yeah, there's plenty of questions.
BDK, I have no idea if the Klondike gold coins in store come from the Klondike mines.
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
It would be, but I have no clue at all.
Nigel24 says, "Hi Michael, can you remember why silver rallied so high back in 2011?"
Good grief. Yes, just give me 5 minutes. 2011. No, can't remember.
Well, it's worth a shot.
Let me go back and check my notes. I've actually got notes on it, so I can look it up and find out what I was thinking.
Ethan Yarker is asking, what is the bar reveal? Oh, that will be revealed shortly. It is
Yeah.
on the table.
Bit of news to me as well.
What's
Yep.
the bar?
I know what we're talking about. I know what's
now.
going on.
Yeah.
But not yet. We'll go through a couple more questions because we do need to catch up a little bit there. As soon as I find one, it's currently, for those asking, it is 2:57 p.m. here in Australia. CS Trading says, "Hey guys, could I come in next week to use the XRF? I have something very special."
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We encourage people, if you're coming into the store to buy something, even if you're just walking past the store,
Yeah.
we're not opposed to you dropping in at all. Like, just come on in and say, look, I've got this coin or bar. I'd really love it, XRF'd. And we're quite happy to do it. Obviously, standard policy for a business. If there's a queue out the door and you're not making a purchase, you're at the end of the queue. We'll get
Does
to you,
make it a
but
bit tricky,
we will absolutely get to you, and we're quite happy to test it and have a bit of a discussion about it.
Yeah, just be aware if there is a line, we do apologise. We will have to move the line first. A follow-up question from Blue Banded Bees is, will you be licking those gold bars on the table, Michael?
I don't know, Connor.
No. The answer is no.
Remind me of this question. We are having a special today. Remind me of this question when we do the special.
Big reveal. What? There's going to be a special.
There is
you
gonna
need
be a
sound
special.
effects, Connor.
Yeah,
Start playing some sirens and some Star Wars music
All right,
again.
I'll write it down, sound effects. We'll see how quickly we can get it happening.
We also have the, somebody's reminded me, we actually have remembered to get the Coke in for, this is like liquid Coke, not the other Coke.
The cola.
For we're going to run the test live as to what
That's
it
gonna
does
be
to the
good.
coin. My
Yeah.
one question is, did anyone remember to bring some coins in to put in there?
I totally forgot all of this.
No.
Okay, I'm going to send a message to Ruben.
None of us actually had any time in the preparation before this one. We were rushing to get a video ready.
Turn it up, mate.
I'm actually defending you boys here, but sure. You know what?
Yeah, I was quite busy.
They did nothing. It was 2:30.
Isn't
and no
Connor
one was
meant to
here.
get everything ready for us? We just
It was
roll in
ready.
and
Yeah,
do
it
the...
was ready. You
Well, there's no
rolled in.
coins here.
240, no coins.
I got the
Beautiful.
Oh, all right, moving right along. This is a question.
If
from-
we get to 100 likes, Connor will get organised for next stream.
Don't
I
forget.
wouldn't lay money on that one.
Dr. Bullion has a question saying, my 10-ounce silver den of thieves already badly tarnished, kept with my other coins. No idea why. Advice, please.
Already badly tarnished. Send us a photo. I'd be keen to have a look at it.
Yeah, Dr.
What?
Bullion.
Because tarnish, it could be any number of things.
If you could,
I
send us a
don't
photo.
recall seeing any of those bars in poor condition when we received them. But then again, I didn't go through every single one. Generally, if we see any products, any of the coins or bars, if they come through and they're in really bad shape, I was going to say it could be a good segue. Get to it later. But anything that's scratched and dented, we generally put aside, and it won't go out as a brand new item. I think one exception to that was when we had those, the VOC, was it the Dutch East India Company bars? And when they turned up, all the edges were all knocked up.
Stuffed up. Yeah.
I kind of like that. I didn't hate that
Yeah.
as a look because they were all the same. It's kind of like, in my mind, I like to think that it's like a treasure. It's a bit knocked around, has a bit of a weathered look.
You know what would be really cool?
Yeah.
If we could find a toned bar, and then we could put it in
Half
half
in.
in Coke and half out. So you've got a before and after shot.
That's possible.
Now that's
That one's a good video.
That's live television right there.
Yeah, we need to.
Where are we going to get the bar from?
Oh, we get them in buybacks. We should next time we get a nasty one in buyback, we should pull it out.
Surely there's something somewhere. If we were a little more organised, we'd be all onto this.
Connor.
Yep.
You're doing a good job, Connor.
Yeah, it's all my fault all the time.
Just
Anyways,
winding you
next
up.
question. Stephen says, what causes milk spotting on silver?
That is a good question.
And to follow on, Kate says, and does it affect the price?
Do you want me to start, or do you want to begin?
Well, I'm going to let you go through the what causes it. 'Cause
So
you've got a good spiel on this.
Well, my understanding of what causes it. So generally, it's when the coins are being struck, it has something to do with the metal. If there's like another, I can't think of the chemical terminology, but it's sort of like that. Some of them are doomed from the get-go, basically. Like by the time they turn up to us, sealed in a brand new tube, we open it and we say, "Oh, yeah, there's a few. There's signs of it, so you can see small spots here and there, and they will generally over time get worse and worse. And once that process begins, there's no going back. But
the trouble is a lot of we call a lot of things milk spotting these days.
Yeah, it's it's sort of a cover-all in terms of any kind of blemishes or issues.
Yeah, and some of them are caused by what you've just said. Some of them are caused through they change and I don't know what they change, like what's different, but when they wash the coins, the solution they wash them with either reacts with the face of the coin or doesn't wash off the crud off the coin, and that can cause it. It could be the capsule.
Yeah.
If it's put into a capsule. Because milk spotting used to be a specific thing that the maples used to do. Now it seems to be a catch-all for anything that's not tarnish.
Yeah. And sometimes if you have, if you've been eating Maccas all day and you've got oily hands and you're handling, even by the rims, the way you should handle a coin, you can have the oils from your hands leak into the reading, which is the bumpy grooves of the coin, and that then starts to go onto the coin, and it all goes pear-shaped from there. Now let's talk about the value and what that does to it, Michael.
So from a bullion perspective, selling back to us, it makes no difference. We pay spot irrespective. From a collector's point of view, it can. If you've got a nice, shiny, almost brand new looking coin and one that's looking a bit milk spotted, you're going to find people are going to favour that bright and shiny. Having said that, if you've got a bright and shiny, brand new looking one, you've got one that's got milk spots on it, and you've got one that's bright and shiny and cleaned.
Yeah, look out.
The milk spotting one is going to fetch more, as a rule, than the cleaned one.
Yeah, this is true. It is a very interesting industry when you start to think about it in those terms. And I can see how if you're just starting out with collecting, all of this can be a little daunting and a little overwhelming. Yeah. So these are very good questions to ask.
Yeah. So look, it depends what milk spot you get. If you've bought a kangaroo or one of the older maples, in fact, I'd say with the older maple, if it's not milk spotted, I'd be a bit suspicious.
Raise your eyebrows, yeah.
But, if you've bought some of those plainer, generic bullion coins, I wouldn't give it two hoots if it had milk spotting on it. It's not going to make any difference to the resale price. If you've bought more a collector coin, that's getting a little hairy now. You do want those ones looking pretty schmicko.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
Urban Aerials says milk spots are caused by the tears of the mint workers trying to keep up with demand.
That wouldn't shock me.
That's what gives it its value.
Harry Catlin says, do you guys buy back Perth Mint minted bars taken out of their cases for spot price?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We pay spot.
Take it out, have a look. Yeah.
At the end of the day, like we get, as well as everyone else gets, really toey about, it's in protective packaging and, you can't do this. It's your bar. Like, at the end of the day, if you want to take it out and jump on it, do it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get so precious about these things.
Pun intended.
Yeah. Okay. It wasn't, but let's go with that.
All right, everybody. Thanks. That's the end of the stream.
That's right. No, but we really do get really precious about these things. We forget the fact that these, like, it's been dug out of the ground, for crying out loud. It's crappy and it's horrible and it's, then it's refined and it looks nice. That's great, but it's still an industrial lump of metal.
Yeah.
Like, it might have a fancy design on it, all that. And look, I'm a coin guy, so I love, keeping my coins precious.
Yeah.
But, like there's some stuff, buybacks. So many people will look at buybacks and they've been kicked around and all sorts of things, and they'll go, I want a shiny one. Why?
Yeah.
Like when you sell it back, you're not going to get any more for it.
Yeah. I think it's something that's been instilled in people as a perceived value prospect. I'm sure that we should do that as an experiment with some of the buybacks. We should get out the polishing kit and get some up to a mirror finish and put them on the bench and say, which one of these do you think is more valuable? And I think it's just a human condition that you see something that's been polished up and you have that it's like a car. If you see a car with a brand new paint job and you think, oh wow, this is great, versus something with rust holes or whatever, and you think, oh, that car mustn't run as well. Both of them are going to get you from A to B. Particularly, and that's what I always say that to people, particularly if you're selling back to us, it makes no difference whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, good fun.
I get it from an aesthetics perspective, but if you're coming in saying, I just want metal, I just want bulk, why do you care?
Unless you're displaying them. If you're putting together, a desk display and you want to put your bars out for viewing pleasure, sure, I can see that as a factor. But if you're just putting them into storage, you shouldn't worry too much about that sort of thing.
Particularly with older bars, I like them showing scars of life.
Yeah.
Because it's, again, my mind gets overactive and, you imagine where it's been and how did it get that mark.
Yeah.
It's that, but it's also some of the, and you'll have seen this across coins particularly, some of the colourings and tonings and things that you can get on them, particularly the older stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like, it can just make them, in fact, it can make them more valuable.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So don't be frightened of taking something that doesn't look perfect.
Sunspot has a question for you. Does gilding, like the 2-ounce gilded cook, prevent spotting on the gilded part of the coin?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I would say yes.
I imagine it would as well.
Yeah, the thing that would suffer, because you don't tend to get milk spotting on gold coins.
No, it looks like bleeding that you get on. It's like tree sap or something. Yeah.
You usually get that type of thing, and it would expose it to that.
I've got an example of that. I'm gonna go get it from the shop.
It's gonna be.
I'll tap dance and keep everyone.
You guys will be fine. Because I think it's because a lot of people viewing. Tell me in the chat if you want me to go get an example. I think. Yeah, people want to see it.
Just go and get
I
an
want to see
example.
it.
I want to see it.
Go for it.
And I'll get a couple. There's 2 things that I have in mind. I'll be back.
We'll hold down
and
the
if
fort.
you can find some really dodgy buybacks we can throw into the Coke, that'd be excellent.
Yeah.
Because Connor forgot all about it.
you boys better be careful. I'll find a way to get back at you. So Christopher has a question.
Yes.
Hi guys, but it's hard to really tell if the silver coin has been cleaned? I assume they're trying to ask, is it easy to tell if a coin has or hasn't been cleaned?
It is easy to tell if you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Quite often, particularly if you put it under a loop, so under a magnifying glass, it's pretty. It's not hard to tell as a rule. It stands out.
And Ananth, I apologize for butchering that. How to get above spot for collector coins, say Queen's Beast coins, etc. How much more do you pay for stuff like that?
Look, we don't. We, as we say to people when they buy coins from us, we're not the place to sell your coins back to, even though I'm shooting myself in the foot here. There are other ways to sell it. So you can sell it through some of the numismatic coin stores. They will sometimes give you more. The better places are some of the online forums and things like that. So silverstackers.com, Gold and Silver Stackers Australia, I think they're called, on Facebook. Some of those sorts of forums, the online forums, where you're selling direct to other collectors, that's where you will extract the higher premiums out of it, and that's the way to go.
But if you sell it to any sort of retail or even jewelry store, you won't get that premium back, basically.
Yeah, it's harder to get that premium back. Look, we have been known to pay over spot. It's unusual, but we have done it. We were doing it with Eagles a little while ago. So it does happen, but if you're looking for, like we had a customer come in, Ruben actually served the customer a couple of days ago and brought in a whole collection of, proof coins and Pidefits and all that sort of stuff. And, we said to them, look, as a base price, we'll give you its metal content value, which would be X, but we'd strongly suggest, and Ruben made suggestions of a couple of different coin dealers that they could go to and they would probably get a higher price. And worst case scenario, as Ruben said, use us as a stop of, I know that I can get X there. I'm only going to sell them to you if you can give me more than that, because we'll guarantee that spot price.
Coins and Bullions has a question. Could you please let us know why silver and gold is going down day by day?
If I could tell you 100%, I wouldn't be in this job. I would be relaxing on a beach somewhere. Look, there's a few reasons why, in my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just the ramblings of a grey-haired turkey on the internet. There's different reasons for different things. So, silver particularly, it has copped a hammering. The silver is more because of the because it's a more industrial metal. When industry falls over, which it has done around the world at the moment, a lot of industries are shut or have been shut or can't afford to stay open because of the increasing energy prices. It's a basic supply-demand issue. When that demand is not there, the price will naturally fall back. There's also things like the foreign exchange. We've talked before about how, in fact, we did it last week, I think it was, how the effect of the Australian dollar US dollar ratio can affect the price of it. And we're seeing the Australian dollar not weaken as quickly as we'd like to see it. So that's holding the price. That's pushing the price down a little bit. We're also seeing, and we've said this before, a lot of funds coming out of the paper contracts where a lot of the traders store their excess cash because it's such a deep liquid market. They know it's very easy to pull the cash out when they need it. So if they've got excess cash, they'll put it into that paper market for gold and silver. And then when they get margin called and those types of things, they pull it straight out. And I guess that's a supply-demand issue pushing the price down. So, look, we are bumping along the bottom. I don't know if I'd say it's getting cheaper day by day, but having said that, we're coming off last night where silver dropped about $1 an ounce in Australian dollar terms. So, I don't think we've got a lot further to go down, although I have said that for the last week or so. I think we'll bump along the bottom here, but I don't think we're going to see any recovery in silver price very quickly. Gold is slightly different because it's that maintaining purchasing power. And we haven't seen gold come off that much, and I believe we will see gold strengthen throughout the rest of the year.
So, before we have a look at those examples that you've given us there, Matt, we have gotten over 100 likes now.
Oh,
what were we going to do with that?
I don't remember.
Examples.
Do a
from
handstand?
The store. No, let's not get... Roscoe has a brilliant question, though. What's your latest purchase, Michael, Connor, and Matt? We'll start with Matt.
Sure. That's an excellent question.
Mine's easy. I bought a whole stack of silver in the form of solar panels.
Really?
Yes.
That's a very ingenious way to stack. Stack them for a purpose.
Did they get the hail damage that you were worried about?
That's right. They'd been fitted. I don't think they'd even made 24 hours when we had a hailstorm go.
Oh, really? That's a good way to try them out. Make sure they're roadworthy.
Yeah. They survived, so all good.
My recent purchase was 2 Scottsdale half ounce rounds.
Oh, you got onto those.
Yeah,
Jeez, I missed the boat on them. I waited too long. I think my last one would have been the Dingo.
Oh, yeah.
I got the 2 ounce Dingo. I thought that was pretty cool. There's a little micro P on that for those playing at home. The Perth Mint have a little, I guess it's a security feature, which I was told was only visible under a microscope. This guy found it with the naked eye.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Naked eye or with the glasses on, mate?
Well, I had the glasses on, so they do give me an advantage.
Yeah.
But have a look at home. That's like a maybe that's a bit of a challenge. There's no prize involved. I won't put you under the bus, Michael. There's no prize.
Again.
But send an email to live and see if you can tell me where the micro P is on the Dingo coin, on the 2 ounce mother and baby Dingo coin.
So that's live at bullionnow.com.au. Send an email through there.
Check it out.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
So we were talking when we were talking bars. You can't go past this.
Oh,
when you
love that
talk
one.
about how I want to smash your mug.
If you can replace, move the mug and we'll put it there.
Is the table gonna hold? I shouldn't have dropped it like
Right
that.
in the middle of the table, it's now done this.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, when we were talking about bars just then, when you think of imperfections just adding so much character to a
It
bar,
does.
go no further.
So you've got the layers because of the uneven cooling. You've got the pooling on top where you see the drop marks. And yeah, look, I love that that type of thing. For me, that's almost not got enough damage to it or enough.
Absolutely. Although I did nearly cut my hand on it. There's some
Yes.
jagged edges. If you need to be careful with these things. Might
Yeah.
twirl it around for you, Connor.
I love that sort of thing where you're getting all those different flaws and character
Yeah.
traits through it. It really does me.
Yeah.
John has a question. How can you tell if a coin is toned naturally or someone has toned it themselves?
Oh, usually, often you can tell, depending on the type of toning. I find like there are certain tonings where you can just tell at a glance that
Yeah.
it just doesn't look right. Also, the age of the coin sometimes. If it's a really modern coin and it's completely covered in toning,
Yeah,
something just
chances
doesn't
are.
add up there. But if it's
Yeah.
something from the 80s or the 90s and it's a purpley green. Yeah, that sounds like it's a cop out of an answer, but you just know.
Yeah. Well, you do. Like, it's too... I remember a coin that came in here a little while ago now, but the toning, the colours through it was too perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't do it
Yep.
exactly evenly across the coin, and, you know, it just...
Yeah.
I actually thought it was a fake coin.
Really? Yeah.
So I was surprised when the XRF showed it up as
Yeah.
pure. But it just didn't look
Yeah.
right.
B-Dog has a question. As Aussies, do you mainly buy Australian coins?
Oh, that's a good question. But before we go on, someone asked, that's a 250 ounce bar. That's about 8 kilos. I forgot the question. Do we mostly buy Australian coins? Oh, a lot of what I buy is Australian for my personal stack, but my most enjoyed coins are not Australian. There you go for a 2-part answer. I like a lot of the international stuff. Although when Australia does something out of the ordinary, like the triangular shipwreck coins, you get me weak at the knees because it's combining history, it's coins, it's history, it's precious metals. Look out. When the perfect storm hits, like the shipwreck series,
Yeah.
it's on. But I think a lot of what we get through the store is Australian as well.
I think
That's sort of the foundation because
it's cheaper as well. Like
Yeah.
what we're paying for a higher quality bullion coin, Kookaburra, that type of thing, is what you're paying for a base coin from the kangaroo equivalent from another country. Maple, Britannia,
Yep.
half the price of an eagle, those
Yeah.
types of things. I just want to highlight this question so I don't miss it. So I would say most people around the world would have more of their local type than overseas types. They're easier to get hold of. They're usually that bit cheaper because you're not shipping them in from overseas and all the stuff I whinge about constantly. Those types of complications. And I'd say even in my own stuff, I'd have more Australian, even though I prefer the overseas stuff. I like the Philharmonic, and I've said this many times, is probably my favourite bullion coin, like general bullion coin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How have we known each other, Michael? I never knew that.
Oh, there you go. But that type of thing. I love the maple, not as much as you do, but I
Yeah.
love the maple. Even the Britannia to a degree, but you know the Philharmonic. So I'd take a Philharmonic every day over a kangaroo.
Really?
But I probably have more kangaroos in my stack than fillies because of the $5-6 price difference.
What is it about the filly that does it for you? The musical theme?
The different theme. Like no one else, the maple has a maple leaf on it, Canadian maple. The British coin, the Britannia has, I can't remember the the lady's name.
Britannia.
It is Britannia.
That's her
I
name,
wasn't willing to go out on a limb on that one. And it's like the Eagle has, they're all pretty standard. The Philharmonic has, the orchestra on it.
Yeah.
And it's done incredibly well.
Yeah.
The design is crisp. It's clear. It's beautiful. The coins they're not daggy like I would call the Kangaroo. It's just, it's kind of that mass-produced ho-hum, whereas that isn't. Some of them have reading on, some of them don't.
Yeah, I like that.
It's just that they've almost gone the extra mile on it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Although, having said that, I think that's one of the only mass-produced bullion coins that doesn't have any clever security features on it.
That's probably true, other than the Eagle, where they take the tooth out.
Yeah, geez, that was groundbreaking, wasn't it?
But no, they're not a Royal Mint Britannia, which they've really gone to town on with the security.
And surely they could put in a little, some little musical reference. That'd be.
But at the end of the day, if you're a mint, like every one of those changes costs big money.
Yeah.
You got to change all your. You got to design it. You've got to perfect it. You got to change all the dyes, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
When you've got a product that's successful,
if it ain't broke, don't listen to Matt's thoughts and comments on a live stream.
We have a question from Sunspot.
Hang on, can I? Sorry, mate.
Yep.
I'm going to drag you back because it's back to the milk spot question.
Yep.
This is from Aaron Thomas. Can milk spot reduce maples below spot price?
Not for us.
No.
Yeah.
If anyone says I'm not paying you spot price because it's got a milk spot on it, I'd take it elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's a stupid reason.
Yeah, come and see us.
Yep.
The question from Sunspot, thank you Sunspot for posting it a couple of times. I know it did get lost in the chat. The question is, can Little Coin Shop offer an option like unallocated for saving up for collector coins?
Yeah, look, like a lay-by system sort of thing. Yeah, look, Little Coin Shop's going to shoot me for saying this. Currently they don't, but it's absolutely something that we're looking at. Please don't flood them with emails requesting it, saying Michael said, because it's not in place at this stage and you'll get me in all shades of trouble. But yeah, it's something that Little Coin Shop is absolutely considering.
You'll be relieved to hear, Michael, that Little Coin Shop is in the chat and they've said, interesting idea, Sunspot. Little Coin Shop does offer lay-bys, so pick up whatever you'd like and we'll reserve it for you while you pay it
I'm
off.
so glad they did that.
There
not
you
me.
go. There you
I
go.
wasn't game enough to put it out there. So, excellent. All right, we went quiet for a second.
Yeah, deep in thought. I picked up some coins out of the shop. I don't know. Again, if we were more organised, we would have been able to get some properly toned coins. But this is the example of the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Get into this,
Possibly
Connor.
don't show the front of the coin because I don't want to get rushed with it. I'll take it,
Yeah, exactly. So this is already spoken for coin, I think. Do you want me to give it to you?
Hand it over to him. Yeah, just
Only show that side.
I don't want to get killed in the emails. You mongrel. The other side. Oh. No, hang on. Which side have
The
you
Queen's
got?
head side. Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, that's all right. I apologise. I thought you'd set me up.
Wait, did we see it? Did you show it? Oh, okay. We're still
I'm
setting
doing
up.
3 or 4 things at once.
No, get with the program. He's away from the microphone. You can say whatever you like about him.
Yeah. You might need to hold the coin a little further back.
No, doesn't want to.
Yeah, okay.
That'll work. You got to just believe in yourself, mate. There you go.
You still can't.
Yeah, there it
No,
is.
You can see it there.
Stall for me, boys.
It's not real good.
There you go. Look at that. What is that left? As it appears on the screen, that's on the left.
Yeah.
So that little spot there is the gold equivalent of milk spotting. I call it bleeding.
What causes it?
I don't actually know. I imagine it's a similar setup. I have predominantly seen them in coins from the 80s, though, for what it's worth.
It's actually not. It can be, but it's not usually chemical based. It's usually a contamination from the dye.
Oh, actually, I have read that. Yeah.
Yeah. So a bit of a flake of whatever the dye's made of.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's... I actually don't know what they make dyes of, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah.
I know they're hardened and they do all sorts of things to them to make sure it's not just it's not meant to do that, but obviously,
Yeah.
you know, when you're constantly being put under pressure, because they use... Like, it's tons and tons of pressure they put on these things. and that microscopic flake of iron or whatever they're actually using in it goes into the coin, you get that effect.
Yeah. Well, another interesting example of this is at the other end of the spectrum. I believe this would be some sort of adhesive we have on the obverse of a sovereign. If you want to demo that for us, Connor. So some of the old display boxes and things like that had, dare I say, some cheap adhesives in there to mass produce.
Yeah.
And as a result, you ended up with a whole nother issue, being that it would leach out onto the coin, and you get a I don't know, less than optimal finish on your coin.
A scunge.
Yeah. Something like that could be cleaned off. The value, the collectible value of that particular sovereign was already diminished. Yeah, exactly. So once you're at that level, no issue. Taking to it with a toothbrush.
Look, the camera is just not finding the focus where we want it to. So we're going to have to set up a secondary camera just for that dedicated sort of coin showing thing itself.
You setting that up now?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, I can't. No.
Look, do you want me to take a photo and send it to you?
Yeah, yep.
All right, watch this.
Look, we bang about not cleaning coins and all that sort of stuff, but look, if you've got a coin that's pretty mass produced, like the sovereign is, the sovereigns, there's a whole stack of bullion sovereigns out there. They're not great quality. There's stacks of them around. If you want to clean it, clean it. The 1966-50, I think, is the classic example. Like, people, don't get precious about them. If you want to clean it, clean it. If that makes you feel good about your stack, do it. There's a gazillion and one around them. If you've got a 1930 penny, that's a completely different discussion.
Yeah, take it easy on those.
But, if you've got something that you've bought as a bullion product and you want to do something with, just do it. I think I got into trouble last time I said this, but if you want to take it out and lick it, do it. It's yours.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I should have threatened with if we get 100 likes.
Yeah. you would have had to have licked it by now.
Alrighty, I think it's time that we did a special.
Just before we do, just before
look at that,
we
look
do.
at that.
It's not my fault. They keep stopping me from doing the special.
We're going to have a look at this tarnish
Modern
coin.
problems require modern solutions.
Yeah, that's
go.
right.
So there's the tarnishing. Give us
Look
a
at that
little
with
bit-
the live stream in the background.
I
What an
love it.
image.
You've got the live stream in the background.
give us your quick spiel about that again now, Matt.
Yeah, so at some point in time, it was most likely in some sort of packaging. The other side of it doesn't have any of that. But whenever they're stuck into a card or into some sort of display wallet, you take it out and voila, you've got a terrible looking coin.
Yeah, or you have a Ram Mint one of those, what was it, the 1980s, where they did those uncirculated.
They were so
Sweat
bad.
boxes.
The whole thing would just stick. You'd have to pry it apart, and and then after a while, once you'd taken it apart and let it air out, the whole thing would become rigid.
Yeah.
You could it'll be all brittle. You could end up breaking the page that held the coins.
You'd think the mints would get it right, wouldn't you?
Some bizarre things that they get up to.
I'm going to get rid of that for a minute.
We were asking, people in the chat were asking how much that would cost, that bar you just put down itself. We talking
about
$7.5, $8,000?
7.3, I think, off the top of my head. $7,300. Yeah, I quoted someone on it today, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is from Mr. Damo. Thanks to Con for his great service over the phone today.
Yeah, he's starting to get the hang of it.
Yeah.
He's starting to, speak the language, talk the talk. It's good fun.
He's doing a great job.
All right, so a special. Let's talk about this thing.
Yeah.
Are we doing a special?
Speaking of great job, I like this little picture in the having
Yeah.
us chatting on top of the picture. That's nice.
We give him a hard time, but he doesn't do too bad a job.
Yeah,
does
he goes all right.
Can you be very clear about who you're talking about when you do that? Because you're very clear. You're very clear about it when you give me your stick.
Connor, doing a good
We'll
job.
extend your contract by a week.
Oh damn, another week. Ugh.
All
All right, we've got a
so
special.
The special.
That's what I should have said at 100 likes.
We'll do a
Do
special.
a special. Well, we've hit 123.
Well, what if we push it out then? What if we push it out to 100?
Why don't we just do the special?
What about 150 likes? 150 likes and we'll do the special.
No, we'll just
No?
do the
Oh,
special. We'll
all
do.
right.
If you like the special, give us a like. And then if we 150,
That's right.
someone
All
will do a
right,
handstand.
I actually hinted at this special. I think it was on Wednesday's live stream. where we seem to be getting scratch and dents getting out of hand. So quite often, not quite often, I'm exaggerating there. Sometimes we will get coins in that have got, an imperfection. So it might be a tiny little mark. It might be the capsule's got a scratch on it. We had a delivery of, help me here, guys. What do we have a delivery of during the week where it
Silver.
looked like...
werewolves.
Silver. Oh, it was werewolves. That's right. The monster box, I don't know if they dropped it off the back of a forklift or ran over it or a combination
all of the above,
threw it under the semi-trailer, the whole thing. Like, it was completely crushed. So, we take them apart. We inspect the damaged components of it and try and work out if any of the coins have been marked or anything along those sorts of lines. So we accumulate, we put them all to the side, or if on the odd occasion, and it does happen, and it embarrasses me every time where we send out a coin and then somebody says, look, I received my coin in the mail today and, it's got a scratch on it. And I think, bring it back, we'll get it changed straight over.
Again.
We stuff that up. But they all get put into a box and the box is starting to overflow. So I scooped a chunk of them out and we're going to do them on special. So stand by. You don't need to do anything just yet. We will tell you how to be a part of it. But what I want to say first is that these are scratch and dent. So there's no returns. They're going to have a mark on them. They are lucky dip. You don't get to say, I really want a one of these, and one of these. It's purely lucky dip. So you need to assume you're going to get a mouldy old, kicked around kangaroo or something along those sort of lines. Now, you might get something different, but if you work on a worst case scenario, you're going to do all right.
Yep.
So there are things like, this is a bag full of scratch and dent Britannias. And some of them I have no idea why they're in there. So at first glance, you can't tell.
Hey, Matt, give us a shake of that bag in front of the microphone, just so that people can hear.
So, Maples and Krugerrands.
Happy with that?
Nice.
Ooh, Robin Hoods.
There's a lot of Britannias.
So, US Eagles. This is the one that I saw before, I think. No, they're made Marians. There was one in here that I was going to highlight. They're Britannias. That'll be it. No, these are damaged ones as well. They were milk spotted because we were talking milk spotted before.
Yeah. So there were a few milk spots. Some of the British ones that were coming through were pretty spotty.
These are last year's Super Pit, and they've got a bit of milk spotting on it.
There were some of those that were covered.
Yeah, so it could be... there's minted bars in there. A 2-ounce completer.
Look out. It's probably the time to clarify. Neither Con nor myself are packing these orders, so please, calls and emails will do you no favours.
That's right.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to have any special preferential treatment, unfortunately. It is a lucky dip. So big time.
This is a lion.
Shoot a beast
a
already.
Bitcoin.
Oh, geez, look out.
So even we don't know what's in here. This is really cool. I should do this more often.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of rats and mice in there, of all sorts of breeds and sizes. We are doing them 4 in a pack.
Yep.
And they are $5 we're doing them at flipping heck.
Yeah,
we're
steady
doing
on.
a buyback price, so that works out to be at
what, $5 over spot?
Yeah, $5 over spot. So
jeez, with where spot's at now.
Yeah, so it's a screaming bargain.
Yeah.
It is lucky dip. Please don't say anything. Ask for anything. It will be lucky dip. Assume you're going to get a mouldy old kangaroo.
Yep.
And you're safe there. But I didn't actually even see. Oh no, I saw one kangaroo in there. So
BDK has a question. Will the coins be mixed together, or are we more likely to get the coins of the same in special?
No, seriously, what's going to happen is I'm going to empty these. I'm going to take them out of the bags and put them in effectively a bucket. And I can guarantee you the guys will not spend any time. They will grab 4 out. So the chances are you will get a mix. It would be... I would be surprised if you end up with 4 of the same.
It's possible. It's not impossible.
It's not
there
impossible.
There are a lot of Britannias in there.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll give you that one. But I don't think so. And look, I might even have a talk to the guys and say, look, can you try and mix it up?
Once again, Michael making promises.
Well, look,
Twist his rubber arm.
assume worst case scenario. Assume you're going to end up with 4 mouldy old kangaroos, and then we'll move up from there.
Urban Aerials has a question. Is that $5 over spot for all 4 or
No, per coin.
per coin? There you
Yep.
Yeah, so per coin. So
And with I tell you what, with where Spot's at,
go. That's a pretty good deal.
that is a deal.
yeah, well, look, I think it's a deal anyway, because you're getting things like lions, and when we say they're dinged around, like some of them you have to work hard to see the damage.
Some of them aren't nearly as scratched or dented as others.
Yeah, that's right. So it's the standard stuff. What's the total cost? Spot plus. What's spot at the moment, guys? You think
Bunch
you'd
of
work
guys
this
work
out.
for a bullion company.
That's right. You think we'd actually know what was going on, wouldn't you?
We should get a screen embedded into the wall that just has the spot price
7:37.
constantly
It
updating.
should be
all
part
the
of the
things.
live stream. Couldn't you jazz that into the live feed?
Yeah.
Live spot price.
Yeah, that's a good point. Live spot
Well,
price.
there you go.
This doesn't actually make sense to me, but it looks like it's about $130 for the 4 coins.
Jeez, that's all right.
Does that sound right? Or am I smoking something?
Yeah. What's that divided by?
7.37, which is about spot at the moment. So multiply that by 4, plus your $20.
That's
Yeah,
it.
$130.
Yeah, look
Buy
out.
some-
Yeah, is this open to staff as well?
Yeah, that's right.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a screamer, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Even if you get kangaroos, that's not bad. Yeah, so that's the price. It's going to be give or take. It's going to be about $130. So to get in on this special, you need to click on this form that's coming up right now. You need to fill in your details and send it back. There are 50 by 4 ounce bags. So you may end up with two 2-ounce coins. You may end up with 4 1-ounce coins. I don't think there's any halves in there, but it looks like there is 1 and 2 ounce in there.
Is it one per customer?
It is one per customer. Yeah, otherwise we did have that argument, and I was worried because there's only 50 packs that somebody might, buy 30 of them and then, all hell breaks loose. I completely lost where I'm going with that. Fill in the email, fill in the form, flick it back. You'll get an email saying you're successful. You don't have to buy them straight away. Don't disappear into the sunset. We will put those up on the web. You'll have all weekend to place your order. Are you kidding me? I'll stop talking because apparently we've already done the 50.
All gone.
Didn't
There you
take
go.
long.
Sold out.
It's pretty.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, that was
We
short but
haven't
sweet.
finished yet. If you missed out, I have something for you.
Do we want to dive straight into that, or do we want to give it a bit of a breather before we start?
We'll do it
hitting
at
people with
150 likes. We're at 148 now, Michael.
Well, in the meantime, we got these. We got these to have a look at.
What are these?
So go through these.
we have a squiz.
Oh, this one.
Oh, look out.
We're not
Couple
doing
of bread loaves.
Yeah, that's right. These are. I'm going to explain an incredibly embarrassing situation. We actually held some stock in storage for a customer, and for quite a while, and somebody organised the buyback.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And
I'll put these in the so you can see them on the little.
Yeah, just put them.
We never pulled them out of storage, so they were still under this gentleman's name. And we're going around going, I'm sure we've bought some 20-ounce bars back. Does anyone know where they are? Yeah, sure enough, they're still in storage and we found them.
This is cool.
So these are 20-ounce and 10-ounce
You're welcome.
Perth Mint bars in gold. Now, they don't make the 20-ounce anymore. That's why I said to Connor, we might even have a look at these on the live stream.
I've also noticed they've got the 2 different depictions of the swan.
The
on
left
there.
and right
Yeah.
facing. Yeah.
Very cool.
So it was a really good mix, but having the left and right facing swans is always good. So for those that don't know, hang on, the left facing swan is the
Old one.
old one, and the right facing swan is the new one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and the 20-ounce bars they haven't made since early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah, so you don't see them very often at all. So
Jimmy has a question for you, gold related. Hey guys, do you ever deal with Thai baht gold, 96.5% purity?
Yes, we do. I try not to, but yes, we do. I always prefer the 4/9 gold because it just makes life easier. But I mean, we deal with 22 carat sovereigns and all that sort of stuff. So yes, we do. Is the short answer on that.
We have a question from Brett. This one kind of goes back to the milk spots conversation. Hey, Matt, speaking of milk spots, have you heard about the 2004 Australia proof set, Australia's Coins Come Alive, where the $1 coin actually sweats?
Actually, no,
That's them
you've
using,
absolutely lost me. I've
they're
no
using
idea.
up old packaging that sweats and saying, this is on purpose.
Ah,
I don't know what they're doing.
yeah, I
It's
can't
not
help
what I
you.
know.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Brett, if you'd like to explain anything more about
Cracked
that, please do.
150 though. Woo.
Ooh. Ethan suggests, is this backflip time now that we've cracked the 150? You reckon you can do a handstand?
That was always one of my life's, ambitions as a young chap to learn to do a backflip.
So what happened?
Never got there. I never really practiced. Sort of would always set up the mattress in the backyard and chicken out.
Be like, oh, I kind of like my neck and my
Yeah,
spine.
yeah, exactly. I knew I had no form.
I don't understand how people do that. Like, you've got to get the courage to get over it the first time, knowing that you're going to stuff it up the first time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I never quite got there.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All good. Alrighty. So, moving right along, we've had a look at some gold. So, what is there? 60 ounces of gold just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a casual 60 ounces. That
150 grand just sitting there.
When you put it like that, yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah, it is really quite,
Yeah.
quite a concept.
So, there you go. That'll blow your socks off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Alrighty. So, I promised for those that missed out, I promised a bit of a special. We're going to do something really, really stupid. now.
Okay.
So, when
Can't imagine that.
Not like BN at all. You know, I got called a bogan this week.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
I'm still
can't
trying to
say.
get over that one.
Yeah, is this the first time it's been said to your face?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, has it thrown you? Is
I'm
it?
just,
Yeah.
I'm just a little. I know the guy didn't mean it as an insult, but I've never seen myself as a bogan.
For a guy that calls himself a bush pig,
all the time.
Bogan's rattled you, hasn't it?
No. Yeah, well, a bush pig's okay. I can wear that with pride. Bogan, I
Do you think that's more of a derogatory term?
I don't know.
I don't think Bogan's
Well, you know how in school, and I'm going back into the dark ages. all right,
chalkboard days, yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. But, you kind of have different groups in the school.
Yeah.
I wasn't part of the bogan group and didn't want to be. I don't know. I'm still trying to. It's shaking me.
Yeah, I can
Shaking
tell.
me to the core.
I've never
that one.
seen you like this.
All right. So anyway, we're right off topic. So while I was ratting through all these scratch and dents,
Yep.
to get ready for the live stream, I came across that in the scratch and dent.
Ooh, now what is that?
So that is a 1 kilo tiger out
Ooh.
of its capsule. So I don't know if the
Out of
capsule broke.
captivity.
Yeah, that's right, out in the wild. So I don't know if the capsule broke or whatever, but it's in our scratch and dent sale. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell it on the live stream.
Oh, cool.
We're going to put it up for auction. So stop your comments for a couple of seconds, and we're going to auction this thing off.
Wow, okay.
Silent auction. I'm not going to do, and it's up for... But we're going to
Isn't that
start
the whole
off at
idea of an auction? Start, put your big, 10-gallon hat on and...
Yeah, that's right. Get out there. I can see me doing that.
Look,
So we're going to auction it off.
And we're going to see how it goes. I think this might be the first auction we've done in a little while. So how do you want to start the auction?
Well, I was going to start it at $1.
Yeah, fair
Alright.
shake.
I reckon we started at $1.
Do
So,
we-
Kelly said
$1.
$1. Oh, we got Grimace saying $2. Sunspot said $100. That's where
Oh,
it
this is
started.
chaos. This is nuts.
Adrian, you're already out at 48 cents because we've got $100 on it already. So it's a kilo tiger out of its capsule. So what's spot price on a kilo at the moment?
Aussie Kelpie's in with $150. Vaughan is in with $250. Lindsay Hamlet with $500. Mark Baird also $500. They're neck and neck.
Well, spot price on it is $881, so you're still getting it at pretty much half price. Oh, no, Brett B's jumped in with $880, so he's hit the spot.
Brett
there you
Brett
go.
B's jumped straight in. Well done there.
So even at spot, I mean, you're getting a tiger at spot. Tell you what, if it
Good
breaks,
setup.
what are we at? 880. If it breaks 900, we'll offer you the... oh, no. Connor said I couldn't do this.
No.
Go and do it. You've already started. Do it.
I was going to give you the option of having it licked.
If it
Oh, yeah, maybe don't. Maybe don't. Do not take that deal.
Changing the subject slightly, Brett B also said, "Are those gold bars for sale?" We've got
Yeah, they are.
Brett B has bumped it up to 902. Crypto Warrior 82 905. Well, 905 is still standing with the top vote there. Looking at 905. This is interesting.
There you
This
go.
is very interesting.
Yeah, well, this is news to me. I didn't know we were doing a live auction.
I thought something different.
Yeah, why not?
What the
So
heck?
far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like 905. I
905.
don't want to drag this out. So
Yeah.
Brett B is going with 910. We got 910 there as the top vote there.
the top vote.
Yeah.
Bid.
Yeah.
Bid. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Xbox.
Xbox Series X, $915.
You're going to have to wrap this up. This is getting out of control. It's got to get up to retail pricing in a sec.
Coins and bullions with 960.
960?
Hang on a sec.
960.
Let's see what they're. I don't want anyone overpaying for it.
Well, isn't that the point of an auction? If people want to
Yeah,
auction,
I
Yeah, but
know,
this is a friendly auction.
Yeah, this is me. We don't do that sort of stuff. So retail price is $1,040 at the moment.
all right. So
Well,
so
there
what
you
did
go.
we get to? 960
we're at
coins and bullion.
960 at the moment.
All right. So give it another.
950. They've backed it off. There you go. 950. There you go. Also,
Are we going Dutch auction? We're going backwards. Now?
yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah.
All right, we'll stay with the 950 there for coins and bullions. But yeah, we'll
Yeah,
wrap this
stop
up
it
in
here.
the next 30
Agree.
seconds. I'd
Yeah.
say. Oh, stop it there.
No.
Stop it. What do you?
Give it 30 seconds. Give it 30 seconds. Come on. This is an exciting thing. We don't want it to
We
be
need to do a
all
bar
over.
that we all autograph or something. I like this auction
If
idea.
you want,
It's a good
if you
idea.
want it autographed, we'll autograph it.
If you want it licked, Michael will lick it if it
Yeah.
goes above
Piece of
$1,000.
Bullion Now
I'm
history.
not allowed to.
One of a kind.
I've been told off for that.
Yeah. We might get in a little bit of trouble if we make that the standard of the bullion auctions.
All right, I reckon we draw it to
Yeah,
a close
it's
there.
accepted.
So coins
Yeah.
and bullions won it.
There you go.
So I'd suggest you contact us.
Send us an email at live@bullionnow.com.au. Coins and bullions. Congratulations for winning the auction on that unencapsulated tiger.
And you can let us know if you want us to autograph it or if you'd like it left as is.
There
Now,
you go. Wouldn't that be an interesting bit of history? We'll do up a little certificate and everything.
Will you?
Yeah, Connor will.
Okay, no worries. I think that was a bit of fun, actually.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, this is good. I like introducing new things.
New concepts.
Yeah, without warning.
And
It's the best way to do these
The
live
Friday
things.
live streams are really good for it as well.
Yeah, I'm not so big on the without warning thing.
Well, as long as you're leading the charge, you know.
Okay.
And if I could get you boys in earlier, before 2 minutes before the live stream,
Yeah,
then we
because
might
that
be able
works.
Yeah.
to plan some things. We do have a couple more things. We have some items in those brown boxes there. Do you want to go through
Oh,
those?
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do,
this
I
is
really
a
do.
full on. This
Just
is an
before-
action-packed
Yeah.
stream.
Just before we move on, the gold bars, I displayed them here out of curiosity, just to show you the old 20 ounce and the 10 ounce. They'll be for sale in the on the website over the weekend as Buyback 10 ounce, and I think the 20 ounce one I've actually got a specific listing for.
Yeah, I
on the
think
web,
you do.
but
yeah.
they are buybacks. So yeah,
Coins
all
and
good.
Coins and Bullion is asking, can I call you guys about it? Yes, absolutely. Please call us on 1300 848 410.
It's a weird, laborious way to read out. What is it? 1300 84 84 10.
Yeah, I knew you guys had a certain way of doing it, but I couldn't remember it in the moment, so I just read it out slowly and clearly.
I know the number and I couldn't keep up.
That week extension to the contract's looking a bit shaky. I think we might cut it back to 4 days.
No, we'll wrap it up at 5 o'clock. That's
Alrighty, I've been looking forward to opening these for a while.
Yeah.
So these are a fantastic little thing.
Is this a first look at a new product?
Officially, yes. We have recorded the...
Oh, but this is another benefit to the live streams. You see things before they're even officially released.
Exactly. Yep. So if you guys want to see some extra stuff on the live streams, you got to check it out. Everyone's complaining about not being able to see that phone number. I agree. We do need to do something with that phone number there.
Is that, you got it on the white background
Yeah,
again?
yeah. We'll
So-
put like a square or something behind it for next stream.
We need to get the tablecloth covering the white table, and that'll take that
Yeah.
Yeah.
out. So, yeah,
Still a
my
work in
apologies
progress.
for that. Yeah, we
I
can
think
do that.
Little Coin Shop might be able to help us with that
Yeah,
tablecloth, making sure you
absolutely.
remember to bring it in, Michael.
Yeah, well, it's down in the little coin shop storage area. So, yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
So this is the new. Connor, do you want to?
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
try
prop
and-
one up on a box or
Have
something.
you got a photo? Actually, that photo that you sent me.
Yes.
You want to flick that up on the screen so
I
people
will.
can see it.
Certainly
It's actually the photo you'll see on our website when we make these live, if we haven't already. These are a new thing that XAG, Intrinsic Tender, have brought out. They are a minted 10-ounce silver bar.
Ta-da!
And they look the bee's knees.
Yeah,
Now,
these
for
are
those
cool.
that don't know, Intrinsic Tender brought out the 1-ounce coins that everyone goes nuts over. So that was, it might even be 10 years ago now. They came out.
Really? That long ago?
Those first ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And they are some of the most expensive 1-ounce silver coins around nowadays because the collectors got hold of them and they went nuts with them. Now, having said that, I'm absolutely not saying that these are going to do the same thing because they're not. These will be a quote-unquote mass-produced 10-ounce minted bar.
Yep.
But they are, as far as I'm aware, they are produced in Melbourne, so definitely are. But I want to say they're probably the only company that's producing them. The company behind XAG is the only company, I think, in Australia that's producing a silver minted bar currently.
Yeah, that's something that we get asked about a lot, both over the phone and in store for minted silver bars, and we just don't have much in that.
Yeah.
It's sort of you make the leap or the transition from look at this, looking good, Connor. You really need a solid color backdrop for the phone number
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll work on that.
or an outline around the lettering.
Yeah.
1300 84 84 10.
There you go. It's either a cast bar which is the 1 ounce or the kilo, or you're into the coin. So
Yeah.
I think this is going to fill a really popular gap in the shop stock.
Mark wants to know if they're stackers.
No,
they're not stackers.
you can stack them though.
You could. But they are a few different things. So they are, like I said, they're minted bars. They're the frosted finish. I think they present really nicely.
They do look very neat, which is what I like in a minted product. I want it to look neat and tidy.
Yeah. But they've got the very crisp edge of the minted bar.
Yeah,
'cause
I like that.
They press them under. It's something insane, like 200-ton press to actually push them out.
200.
Yeah, it's a humongous amount.
It's a couple of
to pop
elephants.
them out. Yeah, that's right. And they look really, really good. But probably the favourite part of it for me is that they're shrink wrapped. So I can put my sticky fingers on them, and then you can just wipe it off with a cloth. They look great, and they are now practical because I can handle my stack without worrying about the toning, the tarnishing, the milk spotting, and all that sort of stuff.
Aaron Thomas asks, "What does stackers mean?" Because I think we got a little bit confused when it came to
yep.
are they stackers? So
Okay,
there's
so-
a double meaning here.
Yeah, so there was a company called Materion, I think it was, out of
Yeah,
the
something like
States,
that. Yeah.
that was making a bar that it was almost Lego-ish, where they actually slotted into each other, and they're called stacker bars. Now, they were bought out by another company in the States. The technology was bought out, and we used to be able to source them, and you used to be able to get your brand on these stacker bars. This company bought out, I think it's Materion was the name of the company, but I might stand corrected on that. But they were bought out, and they basically said, no, we're producing them in very limited numbers, and you can only have the ones with our brand on them. But they are a really, really cool bar that we get in occasionally. And like I said, they lock into each other. And that's
very
why they're
cool.
called stackers. These don't have that capability to lock into each other. They're just a standard minted bar. A very swish-looking standard minted bar, but they are just a minted bar.
But if you yourself are a stacker, which is you stack the precious metals, you can use these as a stacker. I think
Yeah,
that was a bit of a
absolutely you
confusion.
can. Yeah.
And some people are asking what the back of them looks like. I've got that image right here. Have a look at that. That's the back side of the XAG bars.
Yeah. Somebody's actually made a similar comment. You can actually get minted bars elsewhere from overseas, but they are an overseas production, so that comes along with all the complications of sourcing stuff from overseas. But these are the original and the best, and any others are mere copies.
Wow, there you go.
So there you go. You heard it here first.
Very good.
And I think it's really going to fill a hole in the market. They're also going to produce them in the 5 ounce and the 1 ounce, and they are sourced right here. They are produced right here in Melbourne, in Australia, which I love promoting the local products, both Melbourne products, Victorian products, and Australian products.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff that we as a country produce is second to none in the world, and I think we don't do it justice enough.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. This has been an action-packed stream. This has been the rowdiest one in a long time.
Yeah.
We got the question, how much?
Oh, there's a question.
I can give you an answer on that one if you give me 30 seconds. Right now, right at this second, you would be paying $318.80.
Are they up on the site?
They're up on the site.
Oh,
look out. You know how I was running late for the live stream? It's because I was getting bad organised.
Yeah, there's always something going on.
There's always something going on.
Should say live stream, approximately 2:30.
Should I drop a link to them?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, why not? They're great to see. And they're I can't believe they're $45, I think it is, above spot. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You know. I think they're great.
Yep.
Now there is definitely still one thing that we're forgetting. Does anybody have any idea what it might be?
Yeah, you've got all these Coke cans out, but what are we putting?
I don't think we've got time to do it this week.
I don't think
it's
we're that
already 4
yeah.
o'clock.
I think this is a next week thing. We've half the battle's done. We've got the Coke.
Except for that one might get drunk after the live stream.
Well, I think that's going to be something to look forward to next live stream.
Yeah,
that's my humble opinion because
all right,
we don't have any coins that are ready to rock and roll for
You're
them.
going to have to apologise to Sunspot.
Oh, he's been hanging out for it, isn't he?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, okay. Look, we've got. I actually don't mind the Perth Mint bar you've got there. It's a bit.
Look at that. Compare the pair. Have a look at that, Connor.
You're watching too much TV.
I don't watch TV. I don't actually have the TV plugged in my house.
Seriously?
I never watch TV. Yeah.
That's how I ended up with 5 kids.
Yeah, you got. We
never plugged the television.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Look at that. Happy? We'll put it down now. Beauty.
Yeah. So we'll make a concerted effort. I'll put Matt in charge of it because he's really good at that sort of stuff. Of finding some really mangy looking coins and or bars.
Yep.
And we'll do a proper job next week. So apologies to anyone that was tuned into the live stream purely to see that.
Oh, apparently the website's crashed.
Yeah, it's not working for me either. So
oh, for real?
We may or may not have flooded it.
Sorry, guys. Look, there's heaps of them. You don't have to rush to the website. There are heaps available.
Yep.
And if we run out, there's plenty more. Like I said, they're made in Melbourne. We'll have them. The intent is to have them as pretty much a core holding on the website. Because it's the only, like I said, 10-ounce minted bar around, and even other 10-ounce silver bars, they're hard to get hold of at the moment. So, don't rush to the website. Don't crash the website or anything along those sort of lines. They will be available for weeks and weeks and weeks to come.
In saying not to rush to the website or crash it, there's the link to those bars, just in case you do want to go over there, because now I've got what I want out of it. I couldn't care less. Daniel Germano is in the chat saying, yummy bars, would love to melt them. I agree. Daniel, if you're doing a run of the dice again anytime soon, please let us know. I'd love to come along.
The Dice Master.
Yeah, tag along and do a bit of an interview with you if you're comfortable with that, and film the process so you can focus on doing the work and we can capture some of the content for you and with you.
Yeah.
We've also got a couple of questions. Legbad says those XAG bars are very nice. I've been saving up for a 100-ounce unallocated, but damn you guys, I'm going to want some Trump coins, and now I want an XAG bar.
It gets like you should try working here.
John Smith has a question. When purchasing gold bullion for a SMSF,
Yep.
is it best to make an appointment? And what are the payment options? Check. Thank you.
Yeah, look, we always prefer you make an appointment because it just makes everyone's life a bit easier. We can make sure that, we've got someone set aside that can take you into a room, have a yarn about it, answer your questions. Particularly with SMSFs, there's always lots of questions that we need to go through with people. So
It's probably best to do it during the week rather than a Friday. Fridays tend to be very busy.
Friday's a cactus.
Especially with the stream as well.
Yeah. Fridays and Mondays are always busy. This is not a complaint. This is just putting it out there. We love it when it's busy. But as a customer, if you can avoid Fridays and Mondays, you'll find you miss the busiest of the periods.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It can still be busy, don't get me wrong, but you don't tend to get the chaos of the Mondays and the Fridays.
Absolutely.
And also just for people who might not want to come in if it's so busy, I understand if some people are from out of the city and they don't like how many people are in the city. And if you want to avoid that, the off peaks are better to do it then.
As far as payment options go, look, we pretty much fit in with you. We don't take credit cards and that sort of thing unless you want to pay it through PayPal, which it's ridiculously expensive. So I would never suggest doing that. But bank transfer, bank check. We don't like checks. I'll be straight out honest with you. We have taken them in the past. It's on a case by case. But what it means with the check is that we have to wait for it to really, really, really clear. So the banks, the problem is, and I'm explaining the back end systems here, but the banks, because of the amount of funds that we put through the bank in any given day or week, the banks are quite happy to clear them instantly. But it's this really weird conditional clearance where, they say, absolutely, it's cleared. And then 3 or 4 days later, they'll go, oops, and they'll pull the money straight back again. And it's like, well, that's great, but we've already supplied the product. So, like we say, you've really got to factor in that 5 to 7 days because we need to be really, 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 really sure that it's actually cleared properly before we'll move any further on it. So, yeah, we do take them. We don't like doing it. We will do everything we can to talk you out of it. And we'd far prefer just straight bank transfer because we know what's going on then pretty much straight away.
Yep.
A couple of quick questions. One from Urban Aerials. Any update on 1/10 silver?
Great question. I know I've put in an order for it somewhere, but I'm blowed if I can remember where. I think we've got some coming.
So eventually, a box will turn up. We'll open it up and we'll say, that's where it was.
Yeah. So look, it is from overseas, so it could be weeks before it turns up. I'm just reading over your shoulder there, Connor. Sunspot, does BN offer video appointments? I don't think we've ever actually said we do, but we've done a few. So the short answer is yes, we will do video appointments with you. Yeah.
We have another question from Risk It for the Biscuit. Any 1 ounce American Silver Eagles Type 2 coming back into stock?
Yeah, it's been a while between Eagles.
Yeah, I keep saying the premiums are coming back and we'll get some. I don't actually believe I've got any on order, but I firmly believe we will see them before the end of the year back in stock. Yeah.
We also have one or two more things.
I want to touch that one. Liar. I've probably butchered that because I'm looking across the room. Shipping to India got any better lately? Short answer is no. We're still not shipping to India. And I don't believe... I suspect we never will. It's just too darn hard.
Dr. Hugo has a question. Hey, guys, are you getting anything from Geiger in soon?
Oh, I'd love to get some Geiger bars in.
Yeah, just some cool
there's
stuff.
nothing on the horizon at this stage, but yeah, that's something we should chase.
Yeah.
Tell you what we are trying to chase down at the moment. We showed it a few weeks ago, and that's the... people would know the Val Canby... Kit Kat bars.
Yeah. Is this the Star?
The Star.
Yeah.
They've produced this, I think it's a 1 ounce, but about a 1 ounce gold star that breaks off each. It's a 5-pointed star, and each point breaks off into, I guess, a fifth of an ounce or a quarter of an ounce, whatever it is. I think it's a 5 point, so it'd be into a fifth of an ounce. But it looks like we've got a lead on them, and we're going to buy a chunk of them. So stay tuned for that. It will be September, October, possibly even November before they hit town. But yeah, that's a...
very good.
Apparently somebody's saying it up there it's a 5 gram star. So I might be well out of
That'd
the
make
park.
sense, yeah.
Yeah, so they're 1 gram chunks, but yeah, either way, they look the bee's knees.
A couple of people, including Daniel Germano himself, are saying, yeah, do Bullion Now bars. Get a Bullion Now stamp and start making bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Start stamping them in the
I'm
office.
already turning up late to the live stream.
Yeah.
with just the jobs I've currently got.
How about we stream it? That'd be cool. And we
Yeah.
get 2 birds with 1 stone.
I think it's a great idea, and I think I need to pull my finger out and get on with it.
Yep.
But yeah,
Next question, 2.5 gram Pamp Gold, question mark?
I don't have any current. I think I've got one. We don't have any currently
Yeah.
in stock. It is on the cards to order. There's so many good things out there, so it's hard to allocate. We try not to allocate too many funds overseas because it locks it up for so long, and it doesn't allow us to buy local stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why there's delays in these things getting ordered. But yeah, it's absolutely. I like to have a range of the PAMP 1s through 100 grams. 1s through 100 gram minted bars in stock. I don't have any at the moment, but in the not too distant future we will.
Shannon asks, any idea of when the 2023 Brumby is coming out?
Next year.
Yeah, fair shake.
2023?
Yeah, they don't release the Brumby early like they do with the Luna
It's just
stuff.
the
and
Luna ones they do
Kangas
that
and
with, yeah.
And the Cooks. So yeah, from memory I want to say it's in April, but don't quote me on that. But it's in the first half of next year.
Hey guys, any news on the 3rd release of the Creatures of the North series? That one's from Andy.
No.
This is your favourite mint, mate. You can take this one.
Royal Canadian Mint is the greatest mint in the world, but I don't know. They don't. They need to send us more info.
They suck at
Oh.
telling us.
Oh, turn it up, mate.
They suck at telling us when they're releasing things.
But when they do, look out.
Look, their
Yeah,
product
choke on those
Yeah,
words.
that's right. Water went down the wrong way. Their product is world class. I'm not having a dig at
Yeah.
the Canadian Mint for their product, but their communication.
Yeah. 'Cause they're busy, refining their technology, mate.
Well, they're doing the 5.9s gold now.
Exactly. They're adding another 9 to their gold. They're doing their Mint Shield technology. Look out.
Yeah, I'm not knocking their product. It's a
Yeah.
great product.
Yep.
I just wish they'd include me in their internal circulars so I knew what was going on.
Yeah, put BN in the mix.
Matt has a question. Do you guys have any Kookaburra and Koala 1 ounce silver coins left in stock?
Absolutely, we
Yeah.
do. So the Koala, the Koala has been announced as a sellout at the Perth Mint. The Kookaburra is about to be announced as a sellout at the Perth Mint, but they're tidying up the last of the orders and that sort of stuff. So, what's been allocated, what's been cancelled, what's been ordered. So
Cannot believe the koala was a sellout.
it's the best looking coin of the year.
That's a massive call. Gee whiz.
It's certainly
Coin of the
better than
year.
a flaming Kookaburra on
All right,
the
towards the end of the year, that's what we need to do. A staff-wide, a company-wide submissions, for our each of our Coin of the Year award.
That's a
we
great
throw that
idea.
open to everyone.
Yeah, put it out
Yeah.
for a vote.
Yeah. So koalas on. Okay, I'm speaking from the Perth Mint. Perth Mint have announced the koala as a sellout. The Kookaburra they're about to announce as a sellout. From a company perspective, as in Bullion Now, we are starting to run low on the koala. We're down to our last couple of hundred. The Kookaburra we still have quite a few of because some numpty went in and said, absolutely, Perth Mint, we'll take everything you've got left. Ended up with a delivery of like 10,000. So we've still got a couple of thousand left to go through, which I don't regret at all. They're a great coin, even if they are sitting on a bird bath. But yeah, so we're going to have them for at least another month to 6 weeks in stock. But if you need one to complete your collection, do not hang about. Get it sooner rather than later.
Do we have any idea what the plastic wrap of the XAG bars is composed of?
We do, plastic.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, there you go.
That's a good one. Simbunji, g'day, mate. How's it going? Hi, this is a tech question, not for the panel. Well, I'm going to read it out loud anyways. Are you able to have it so that when I click on the stream after you've started, it can give me a stream has started X minutes ago? I was.
It shows up on the
that
in the
happens.
watching now. Started streaming. X amount of minutes ago.
Yeah, so below the title on the left of the thumbs up button. Speaking of which, if you haven't liked this stream already, please hit that thumbs up button. Let us know. This, I think, is probably going to be one of our most liked streams so far. So if you're enjoying this stream, I think it's been a brilliant stream. We've come
Been
up
a
with
lot of fun,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it's turned out really, really well.
It's had specials, product reveals, no handstands, but
Maybe
pretty
next
close.
time. No, we'll save that for next
Well, there's
Friday.
been a runway on the table, yeah.
That's it. While I'm here doing a little bit of promo work, if anybody is on Instagram, join us over at the Bullion Now Instagram. That's where you can get some extra fancy content. We take
behind the
daily
scenes.
videos, behind the scenes content, exactly. So check that out. And we also love playing with filters, don't we, Michael?
Yeah. Yeah. They stuck me in front of a camera and said, we just need you to talk for 10 seconds about something. I can't even remember what it was now. And unbeknown to me, they stuck this flipping picture
Filter.
on there.
Yeah.
And,
And you looked great. What are you complaining
and
about?
I'm sitting there in the I didn't know what was anything about it, completely forgotten about it. A day or two later, I'm sitting in the theatre with my daughter, and she pulls up her phone and says, "Hey, did you see what they stuck up of you on Bullion Now?" It's like, good on you.
That's good stuff. Spreads awareness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the one.
Speaking of spreading awareness, if you want to know when we are live and you have Twitter, go check out our Twitter.
Oh,
Follow us
do we
on
have
Twitter.
TikTok?
We do have a
That was
TikTok.
a question in the chat.
We do.
From
Yes.
ET. Not
ET,
sure who
we
that
do-
is.
We do have a TikTok. Bullion Now at TikTok. I'll try and grab a link for you there.
Special shout out to EDC. It's been a while since we've done one of those.
Yeah, last week.
Really? Was I there for it? Oh, good on them. Sylvia, Emma, Bailey, love your work.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Is there anything else you gentlemen want to go over today? Is there
Yeah,
anything-
I want to comment on one of those comments I've just taken offence to on
Oh,
the.
jeez,
on
look
there.
out,
But
here
my,
we go.
My
Someone's
screen's, my computer's shut down. I said it had enough power to keep me going for the whole.
It's a
stream,
sign
but-
it's time to wrap it up, mate.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm waiting for Connor to go back to the other screen so I can actually see it. But he's ferrying around. Scroll up a little bit, mate. Simbunji. No, keep going. It was that one. Yeah, no, stop there. Simbunji Coin Adventures. What's up with all the townies saying cooks don't sit on the bird baths? Do I need to take a pic of a cook of a look on my bird bath? I think that means
That's
a
a
cook.
typo. That's a
Yeah.
typo.
So Simbunji, I am not a townie and
Oh,
never have been.
yeah, you've really struck a nerve here.
well,
I'm a bush pig from way back.
well,
Always have been, always will be. I live in the country. I don't live in Melbourne. I'm not a townie by anyone's imagination.
you're copping it from all sides, aren't you? A bogan,
Now,
a town.
yeah, that's right. I'm really starting to get a complex today. Now, the only photo that I have seen, actual photo of a kookaburra on a bird bath, was this one that Connor has either put up or is about to put up. And that came through this week sometime. And it's still not a kookaburra actually using a bird bath. He just happens to be passing through.
You're very particular about this one.
Kookaburras do not hang out on bird baths.
Is this the hill you want to die on, Michael? this is interesting.
I don't have to die on it. No one has actually shown me a kookaburra in a bird bath. They've very rarely, until this week, I would have said never, shown me one actually sitting even on a bird bath. Show me one on a power line. I can look out the back window. In fact, I can look out of the lounge room window at home and see them sitting on power lines and fence posts and fence
Jeez.
lines and all that sort of stuff, and in the trees and the whole lot. They do not do bird baths.
Yeah, yikes, I didn't mean to cause such a fuss. Fair shake. I think that means we've peaked, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We
It's all
need to draw-
downhill from here.
That's right. We need to draw a line under this. It's been a great live stream. So as per usual, we really do thank you for joining in. It is an incredible honour to think that 200 odd people will sit here and listen to us rabbit on about all sorts of things for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
2 hours, an hour
Been
to
good.
2
It's
hours.
been a big
That's what
one,
we're
yeah.
aiming
Good
for.
grief. So we really do thank you for your time and your attention and your interaction. I love the fact that we're not talking into a void that people, and despite me stirring Simbunji just then, I didn't take offence to it at all. And I love the fact that that you participated and you gave me a hard time. I have no issue with that even slightly. But yeah, it's fantastic that people join in. It's fantastic that we can get the likes of Matt in here with his depth of knowledge. it's a little dodgy. We've got Connor in here, but it's the best we could do on short notice.
Oh no!
You got to be careful, mate. You got to start pushing the other direction, otherwise it's going to start.
No, look,
falling apart.
Connor does a great job. We do stir him quite a bit with his long hair and all that sort of stuff, but he does a fantastic job. And so does the whole team at Bullion Now. It's a great group, and I can't tell you how stoked I am with everything.
Oh,
It's
that's what we
just
like
a
to hear.
wonderful thing.
And
So
the further we go, we're gonna try and improve the streams every week and do something different. So if anybody has any suggestions or anything that they do want to see us do differently that we haven't done before, or they want to see, just let us know. Send us an email.
Matt
give us
doing a
call.
backflip.
Yeah.
Matt doing a backflip. That's it.
Oh, maybe a handstand. Next week we'll set a target. Maybe you get a handstand out of me. We'll take it from there.
On the table.
Yeah, well, we know it can hold a bit of weight.
And we will try and do more drawing competitions as well, because some
Yeah.
of them have made their way up onto the Bullion Now wall.
Yeah.
So
It's like our fridge.
yeah, that's it. Just while we're here, thank you very much, Aussie Kelpie. I really appreciate that. Without Connor, these streams wouldn't work as well.
Jeez, he's
There you
selective
go.
with
There
his
you
reading.
go.
There we
Pumping
go.
up his own tyres here.
Matt
we
in
go.
2030 Olympics. Now they're talking.
All right.
It's a series I'd get around.
Let's draw a line under it there. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you, all the viewers. And we will see you next Wednesday, 2:30 Australian time. Have a lovely day.
See ya.
See ya.